What's up, guys? We back at it again. Today's I'll post today's recap later today, but today is a strategy day. I'ma teach you guys my strategy. Well, shout out to my homie. He's the one that wanted to watch this video. He's the one that told me to make it. Cause he's the one that wants to get into this. But I told him, hey, like, if you want to get into this, it's gonna take a lot of work. But here we go. Okay, what I do, 15-minute time frame. I'm gonna do this once and then you guys could do it. Like, you guys just play back the video. Okay, we go to the 8 a.m. I do this on NASDAQ and on the S&P because they're both they both move the same. And if one trade goes good on one and the other one doesn't, or they both go good, or there's a trade on one and there isn't. But to be honest, I'm gonna just say this straight up. On NASDAQ, you win better trades on this one, but you also run the chance of losing more. And on the S&P, this one has like good trades. I'd say your win rate is probably higher on the S&P, but you win less. You know what I mean? So it's like a trade-off. And then I'm also gonna be talking about key levels, but that's for another video. Key levels is just liquidity. So I'm gonna just say this straight out. Key levels is liquidity, and the 8 a.m. box is just you put a box around the 8 a.m. candle, but make sure it's like really on there. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this strategy that I'm gonna go over today and last week and the week before that, just to show you guys how the strategy works and that it does work. I personally use this strategy, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a break-even trader. I let my emotions get to me, which is bad. And I'm gonna say one thing. It's to make this work out. It's 30% strategy and 70% mentality. Your psychology. Because trust me, you could have the best strategy in the world, 80-90% win rate, but if you don't have the psychology to back up and take the trade and know when to get in and when to get out and follow your rules, you're just not gonna be profitable. So I'm gonna just say this again. Psychology matters more than strategy, because you could win with any strategy, but it's you versus you. It's your brain. Like, if you can't control yourself, follow your rules, you're never gonna win money. Well, I'm getting better at it, to be honest. Like, I'm not that bad anymore. I'm still low-key a break-even trader, but when my time comes, I know it's gonna come. When my time comes to actually be profitable, I will be the best version of myself I will ever be. And that's when it's all on God's timing. I mean, you guys don't have to believe in God, but I strong believer. But it's all in God's timing. Sooner or later, I'm gonna be profitable. I just gotta keep learning, getting 1% better every day, and trust me, 1% better every day is a lot. Okay, back to the strategy video. Today, you can see there wasn't a good trade. There wasn't even a trade at all with the box. Don't mind these lines, because these were my levels today. But don't mind those lines on the other ones. Okay, now let's go to yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I use RP profits strategy, but I tweak it a little. Okay, I'm gonna show you this yesterday's trade. Yesterday was choppy, but I don't trade the first minute candle. So this candle right here, the market open candle, oh wait, let me move that real quick. 9:30. Okay, there we go. Okay, as you can see, yesterday market open, there was no trade. Okay, I'm gonna teach you guys my strategy. This isn't RP strategy because he uses something way different. I mean, I get his base strategy, but I tweak it. Okay, so let's say, for example, I took this trade because I took this trade going down. Got stopped out right away. Okay, so after that, I don't trade the. I mean, I traded down too because I wasn't following my rules, but that's besides the point. So for me, after a candle closure above the box like this one, it closed above the box. After there's a candle closure above the box and breaks out the box the other way, I usually wait for it could retap. Like yesterday, I took this trade also. Yesterday I took this on the S&P, which was a pretty bad trade. The better trade was on the Nasdaq, but you know. And then you also want to put your stop loss. To be honest, it just depends on that day. But I always like putting my stop loss like 2 ticks outside the box. Cause like yesterday, I could have got stopped out, but because I put my box 2 ticks under, I didn't get stopped out, but only got a 101 on this one. Because I usually like trailing my stop losses, because most of the time, trust me, most of the time you would win more if you trail your stop losses. But if you didn't, you would have won a 1, 2, 3 yesterday on this one, and you would have made up what you lost over here. So yeah, that was one good trade. Yesterday would have been a winning trade. You would have gained 500. Well, I trade 250 a day every trade. So for me, I would have got 500, but actually, yesterday I was break even yesterday. So no, yesterday I lost actually, because I traded on both of them when I shouldn't have. But if I would have traded on Nasdaq, I would have probably got the 1 or 3. No, actually, yeah, 1 or 3 for sure. Because I always put my stop loss right here in the midpoint after it breaks out. But you know, all we gotta do is just get better every day. So yeah, 8 a.m. we go on the 15-minute 8 a.m. candle, top to bottom, and we just wait for the breakout and the retest. Well, it's called the orb strategy. Okay, now let's go back to yesterday, to the day before that, I mean. Okay, today I would have lost this first trade. Okay, we would have lost this first trade. Yeah, we would have got stopped out. Well, maybe actually not. I don't know, because I can't see it live. But then after we broke out, we would have entered this trade right here, and then we would have got I would have got stopped out at break even right there. And then it broke back up, and then it broke back down. Well, that was just a choppy trade overall. This day I stopped trading actually. This day I was up. I won on this day. I didn't win a lot, but I won on this day. And then look here. Okay, we would have lost one, broke even one. Over here, I would have took this trade too. I would have been up a 101. No, there was actually 2 trades. I took both of these trades. I took this one. I only got like 125 because I broke even in the middle. Got stopped out and then re-entered, and then got a 101 on this one. So that was like another 250. And then we broke down, got stopped out right there again. And then we would have took this trade down. I would have got a more little profit right here. I would probably got another 100 right here. And then over here was another trade we could have took. Another 101, you could say. Or if you would have held it, you would have got way more. But that day wasn't really that good either. It was pretty choppy. But that day was a winning day overall. You might have not won a lot, but that was a winning day. But remember, this strategy, you have to take every single trade possible. Because there's other guys that are like, take one a trade day, 2 trades a day. And I'm like, for this strategy, it just doesn't work. I'm not saying that doing that is bad, but I'm saying it's not going to work with this strategy. So you have to take every trade possible, every single trade you can imagine. And then this day, I'm pretty sure it was a good day on NASDAQ. Okay, so we were just chopping. We broke up. We were up on the NASDAQ. So what I tell you guys, put like 2 ticks down. If you guys would have hold this trade, you guys would have got you would have got like double your money. And then again over here, you would definitely got a 1 of 3 for sure. So you would have been up 1,250 on this day. Minus the 250 you lost, because you would have re-entered right here. Well, I would have re-entered. And then over here, wait, no, that's 9. Wait, never mind. Forget what I just said over there. Keep forgetting my things are at 8 o'clock. Okay, we would have lost this first trade, and then we would have re-entered. We would have lost the first trade on NASDAQ, and then we would have re-entered on the S&P. What did I say? 1, 2 ticks down. Okay, we would have got a 1 of 3 right here. To be honest, I would have took both these trades. I would have got stopped on both of them, but I would have took a 1 of 1 right here, which was 250. And then I would have took a 1 of 3 right here, which is another 1 of 3, which is 750. And then I would have right here on this one, I would have got a 1 of. No, I wouldn't have got 1 of 1. I would have got a 0.5. So that would have been like another $100. I would have got stopped out. I would have re-entered right here because we did not close under this. You gotta make sure you do not close. If it doesn't close, if it just wicks, it's just sweeping liquidity. So if it does not close under the box, it is not going the other direction. Trust me, guys. And then over here we would have took another trade going back up. That would have been a good 1 or 2, we would have say. And then we would have got liquidated again. We would have got stopped out. And then we would have took this trade right here. This trade would have been a 1 of 7, you could say. But I would have probably got like a 1 of 6, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So that's already like 1,250 on that one trade. And then we would have got stopped out again over here. We would have closed. We closed under here, so we would have re-entered right here. I just like putting it 1 tick over if it passes the other thing. And then right here we would have probably got another 1 of 1, 1 of 2, you could say. I would have got a 1 of 1, to be honest. And then over here we would have got stopped out again. We would have went back up because we broke back up right here. We would have got stopped out once. But remember, guys, if it does not close under or over the box, you are not trading that direction. You see right here, it did not close, guys. It did not close. It just wicked down here. So you're still trading the direction where it closed above. So you're still gonna trade up. You would have probably got stopped out on this one. And then over here, I would have got a 1 of 1. I would have put my stop loss right there. And then I would have probably got re-entered right here. And then on this one, on this one you would have won a 1 of 25. But I'm just letting you guys know this is not gonna happen every day. Today was just a very good day to trade. That last Friday. To be honest, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. That hurt when I saw that, cause I was on the chart, and I was too scared to enter, and I missed out on that trade. Like, that hurt when I saw that. I was low-key sad. To be honest, I'm not even gonna cap. I was crying because I did not enter in that trade. But you know, we learn from our mistakes, and we just keep getting better. Now let's go back to Thursday. Make sure the time is right. Yeah, 9:30. Thursday. Yep. Thursday. Okay. What I like to do also, I don't like entering at the line. Like, I like entering. If you could choose between, like, you know how you can see it right there on the screen where it doesn't let me choose on the middle line. Choose the one on the side, on the other side where the candles are on, because you're most likely that now it's gonna touch that side, like right here, than the other side. Okay, today was also a good trade. Today, to be honest, I would have probably hit my stop loss like at one and a half at one. So this would have been a $300 trading day win, or I don't know, but like, I like trading my stop loss. If you guys don't, you guys would have won a 1 to 5 probably. And then over here again, another good trade. This was a 1 to 3. I did catch this trade. I remember I did catch this trade. But you never want to trade the first candle. And then I'm gonna say also something. If they're both super close, trade the lagging index, because you see how this one's all the way up here. And what I like to do, if they're both in the box, I trade the lagging one, like the one that's behind. So I would trade this one. I did trade this one, I'm pretty sure. But over here on Nasdaq, if you would have lost the first trade, that wouldn't really have mattered, because you would have won this one over here, the one right after. That was a 1 to 5. Wow. Shock. But yeah, I'm just showing you guys. And then over here we would have won this one, and then over here we would have won these again. This was a 1 to 2. You could have took a 1 to 2 right here. I would have took a 1 and a 1 and a half. That would have been like another $300 trade. This one was 1.5. I would have took another 1 on 1. That would have been another 250. This would have been probably like another 100. And then we broke up. You see how we broke up? Oh, I took these trades because these were already on here. So on Nasdaq, I traded this one. This was a pretty good one. This was a 1 to 3 actually, but I didn't take the 1 to 3. I took like a 1 to 2, so that was 500. This was another. This was a 1 to 4. Wait, no, I actually didn't trade this, bro. I remember I was too scared to enter, bro. I was wussing out. I was too scared to enter. But this is what I'm telling you guys. The strategy could be the best strategy ever, but if your psychology isn't there, you're never gonna be profitable. Like, I'm a break-even trader because I'm too scared, but I'm getting over that fear. I got over that fear, but I just need to like really lock in. Now this one was actually like a 1 to 5, yeah, 1 to 5. And over here, this was actually another 1 to 3 right here. I would have took probably like the 500. And then this was another 1 to 4. I would have took another 4. And then over here on ES over here, we're just straight chopping. But I like trading Nasdaq more. Like, if Nasdaq looks way better, I'd trade Nasdaq. Like, to be honest, I wouldn't even have looked at ES looking at Nasdaq. And then over here, you would have missed out on this trade. But on the S&P, to be honest, I wouldn't even have traded the S&P, because over here on Nasdaq was just like the lagging index. But if you would have traded the S&P, you would have still won. You would have been up another 1 or 2, let's say. But like, you really have to analyze it. But I like trading Nasdaq more. Like today, Nasdaq was pure wins, and on this, if you would trade ES, it would have been all losses. Well, maybe not all losses, but you would have definitely won more on Nasdaq. But hey, it is what it is. And then let's go back another day to Wednesday. But I'm telling you guys, you gotta enter every trade possible. Because if you don't, you're just gonna be missing trades. And that's no bueno. Okay, over here. Okay, first candle, we always look at the first candle to see which side it breaks through. It either goes up or down. But over here, on like Nasdaq, we already know it's going down because it started outside the box. But if we start in the box, we have to wait to see which side it breaks to. But since on ES it broke up, we're trading up, right? So we would have took this trade right here, 1, 2. We would have got a, if we waited the whole time, we wouldn't have gone stopped out, but we would have got a 1 or 2, which I would have probably got a 1 on 1. And then we would have got stopped out over here, which would have, and then we'd be break even on the day. And then we come back over here, break even on the day. And then we come back over here. I would have got another 1 on 1. This was another 1 on 1. Yeah, I would have got a 1 on 1 right here. And then this was a 1 on 4, which was really good. And then you would have got stopped over here. So minus those 2 losses, and this 1 on 4, and this 1 on 1, and this another 1 on 1, that would have been, let's say 1 on 3, be conservative. You would have been up. You would have been up 750 on that day, trading 250 a trade. Just on this strategy. I'm not gonna teach you guys another strategy. First, I want you guys to learn this one really well. But there's more than just trading box. You have to look at key levels, the box and key levels, and where like liquidity is. Like I'm gonna show you an example. Hopefully yesterday is a good example. Okay, back to yesterday. Okay, yesterday I would have got stopped out right here in the middle. I would have been up 100 probably. And then we broke down. We would have been down 100. I probably wouldn't have traded S&P, to be honest. And then we would have entered this, since we broke under the box over here. We would have entered on this one. Would have probably like my stops right there. We would have got like a nice 1 on 1 on this trade. Yeah, a nice 1 on 1 on this trade. And then we broke back up. We would have lost that trade. We broke back up. We would have lost on that trade. Push outside the box. We closed outside the box. We would have re-entered right here on this candle. And then there would have been a good trade. I'm gonna tell you guys, stop trading after 11. But if you're in a trade, keep trading. I mean, if you enter a trade before 11, then it's okay. But do not enter another trade after 11. Like this one was, I would have entered at 156, and the trade would have went pretty well. You would have got a 1 or 3 per se. I would have got a 1.25, which was like 600. So on this day, we probably like, to be honest, we would have probably broke even on this day. We would have probably broke even. And then the day before that, let's see. If not, we would have even lost, probably, but not a lot. We would have lost like 250, 500, max 500. But not a lot. I don't know why it's not loading for me. I mean, I guess it doesn't want to load. So I'm going to just leave it at that. So I'm going to teach you guys again before I let you guys go. But I'm also going to tell you guys, not every day is a winning day, and not every day you're going to take a trade. Like today. Today was a perfect example if there was no trade using that strategy. But you mark out the 8 a.m. candle, this whole candle. You see this whole candle, top to bottom, you mark it out. Mark out this whole candle. Mark it out. and then you go down to the 1 minute, and then you enter once it hits this middle line. So you'd put your order right here in this middle line. But on the S&P, I like placing it one tick over like that, one tick over, and then my stop loss, I like placing it 1-2 ticks down. But on Nasdaq, I usually just like placing it like right there, like right there is good. And then you just wait till it comes down. Wait till it comes down. Boom, touches it. Boom, you either win, or you wait till it comes down. Boom, touches it, breaks through. Boom, touches this, come back. Boom. So those are the one or two. There's actually 3 possibilities, and in the possibility after that, it's you either boom, break through, boom, break through, and then boom. But that one doesn't really happen often. If you get that one, that's just a bad day. But you saw, like, out of this past week, it happened once. But yeah. But I'm gonna show you guys again. Boom. It's coming down. The moment it touches this middle line, you should already have your order in. And then sometimes what it likes to do, it likes to like scare you a little. So it'll go down all the way down here, and then just go back up. But do not exit, bro, cause trust me, I've exited trades where I could have won a lot of money, and it does not feel good. I'd rather it hit my stop loss and be wrong than exit it and be right. So do not exit your trade. It's all psychology right here. So yeah, with all being said, be better, get better every day. Learn the strategy, back test it. The best back testing platforms I'd say is FX Replay. That's the one I use the most. That's the one I love actually. It's like you use the trading view, so it's like the same thing. Whatever you see on trading view, you're gonna see on that, or you could use the trading view on Replay. But I never really used it, so I can't really like give my opinion on it. But you could replay on trading view again, bar replay. And yeah, just back test it. Put in the work, put in the hours. Trust me, guys. At first, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna see patterns. Like I saw patterns. Like maybe RP doesn't teach us this strategy because he didn't see what I see. Like one person might see something, and you might see the other. And if that works out for him, that's great. He could keep that. But if this works out, if I see this, and if it works out for me, like what I'm teaching you guys right now, I saw this from days, hours of backtesting. I used to backtest 1 to 2 hours a day. On weekends where I didn't work, I'd backtest 3-4 hours a day. Trust me, guys. You really have to want it. If you don't want it, don't even go after it. Just save yourself the stress, the money you're gonna lose, the tears you're gonna cry. Cause trust me, I've cried, bro. I've cried backtesting because I just couldn't figure it out. Something wasn't clicking, bro. Something wasn't clicking. And I'd pray. I'd be like, Lord, please, let me see something that I haven't seen yet that might help me in this. And after I prayed that prayer, I saw this strategy, and I love the strategy to death. I love the strategy so much. Like, I will never switch from the strategy. But I prayed. I said, Lord, if there's anything that on the charts that I'm not seeing, like, help me out and help me see them. And after I prayed that prayer, everything just started clicking. I started winning more trades. I started having a higher win rate. I started, like, everything started, all the pieces, I put them together and it all started clicking. Like, wow. Like, wow. Like, wow. Like, I can't, like, explain, like what happened. Because, like, just wow. That's all I gotta say. Just wow. Like, everything just came together. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's not all about strategy. It's you versus you. Because if you can't control yourself and your emotions, you can't be profitable. Like, I'm a break-even trader. But because it's not that my strategy doesn't work, because I've back tested it. I've proved that it worked. I've proved this back week, those winning trades this whole week. But but you just have to really want it, and you have to get after it. Because if you're not gonna work for it, someone else will, and they're gonna have the life you wish you had. I'd rather die knowing I tried than I haven't tried at all. So if you're gonna go after it with all your strength, all your heart, and don't give up. Because trust me, there was days where I was like, damn, is this really gonna work out? Is this really gonna be like... There was days where I was like, nah, I'm done trading, bro. And for some reason, I'd always crawl back to it. It's like, it's my calling. Like, the Lord put this vision in my way for whatever reason. But I got this vision, and He's the one that put it in my head. And now I'm here trying to help you guys out. Because you just have to love everybody like how the Lord loves you and everybody else. So yeah, I'm doing this for my homie though. My homie Eric, shout out. He told me he wanted a video of my strategy, and he says he wanna get into it. But I told him already, you have to work super hard. You have to backtest hours. I told him I backtested minimum an hour a day. He was like, wow. And I backtested an hour. I worked out, went to school, work. But if you really want it, you'll find time. If you really have that strong desire, you have to want this as much as you want to live. Cause trust me, bro, like I want this as much as you want to breathe. I know I'll make it, cause there's no amount. Cause I have it's not even motivation, it's discipline and motivation. Motivation can only last so long. But I have this desire in my heart where I have to keep going, because I know it's going to work out. And you have to be so delusional, because if you're not delusional, then you're never going to make it. Because you really think those guys that are billionaires weren't delusional about what they were doing? And you have to be not passionate, but you have to be passionate and disciplined about what you're doing. And you just have to be delusional. And you can't care about other people's opinions. Because if you live for other people's opinions, you're not living. You're living for somebody else. And you do not want that. You don't want to live for yourself. Who cares what other people say? Who cares what other people think? As long as you know you're doing the right thing, just keep going. And trust me, I'm not saying you guys have to, but you should. Read the Bible, get closer to God, because that's what's really helped me through this. Because trust me, I've cried so many times, winning, losing, whatever. I've cried so many times doing this, because I'm so like passionate and delusional about what I'm doing. But it's not gonna be easy. First of all, I've been backtesting for 6 months, and I started 2 weeks ago, and I blew one funded account, and I've been on the same funded account for the last 2 weeks. So I'm a break-even trader, to be honest. But I know when my time comes, it comes, and I will be so happy, so blessed. And don't think about the money, because if you think about the money, that's not bueno. You have to think about the trade. You have to think about being the best trader. Because if you think about being the best trader, you know what comes along with being the best trader? The money. But if you're only thinking about the money, you're going to trade with emotion. You're going to trade with fear. You're going to trade with everything. And that's what I've been doing for the past month. For the past half month, I'd say. And that's really like messed me up. And that's what makes me break even every month, every day, every week. But you have to strive to be the best trader. Because while being the best trader, you know what comes with being the best trader? Getting hella money. And yeah. So get after it. Wake up. Do the work nobody else wants to do. Because trust me, if you do the work nobody else wants to do, you're gonna be the one on top. And it's all up here. I'm gonna give you guys an example that it's all up here. Today was rest day, right? Cause I work out. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I look pretty big, no cap. But today was rest day, and on rest days, I mean every day I do an hour of cardio. But I used to do it every day last year to get shredded for the summer. I was absolutely shredded. But this year I kind of want to tone down a bit. I don't want to be shredded again, but I want to tone down a bit. I want to get more tone. So today I hopped on the treadmill. I was like, damn. Just walking. Max incline on 3 speed. Just walking. I know I could do it. I know my body could do it. But it's not about what my body wants. It's about up here. If your brain if you can't control your brain to do something, you're screwed. Like, you're never going to be profitable. You have to take over your brain. You have to take over your emotions. You have to take over your fear. And because your brain is what controls you. Your body could probably go on for so long. But if your brain doesn't want to go, and if you let your brain control you, that's where you get screwed over. Like today I was walking. Today I did the hour. I did the 3 miles. I did the max incline for an hour straight. I was all sweaty. I was tired. But I know if I really put my mind to it, if it wasn't for my mind, I could have probably gone for like 2-3 hours. But it's just your mind's what's holding you back. It's not your finger. It's not your body, because your body can do whatever you want because your mind's controlling it. But if you can't control your mind, you can't control anything else in your life. So yeah, I'm gonna just put this video out here. Hopefully it helped my friend, and hopefully it helped whoever else watches it. And you have to want it as much as you want to breathe and you want to live. And yeah, I don't care if you guys call me cringe or whatever. It's just the truth, and I don't even care, to be honest, because caring is the last thing I want to do. And then yeah, catch y'all later. I'll post a video today, probably after this video, and then I'll post another video tomorrow of me trading. And then hopefully one of these days I stop being break even and actually like grow slow and steady. It might be slow and steady, but I'm just trying to grow. Like, there might be higher highs and higher lows, but you're going up there, you know, you're making it up there. But catch you guys later. Hopefully this helped them out. Hopefully it helps whoever else is gonna watch this video. And I might make a series, no cap. I like doing this, to be honest. I like it pretty. It's pretty entertaining for me. But yeah, catch y'all later. Catch y'all on the next one. I want to make this into a series. I'll think about it. And see you guys later. Keep it pushing, and peace out.